Kieran had a wicked sense of humour. He was very funny and quite mischievous. He was very avid nature lover, and we had 12 dogs. He was very positive on his outlook and things, and actually quite pragmatic about his diagnosis, I think, which really helped everybody on the journey. Kieran was diagnosed with terminal pancreatic cancer in August 2022, and it was a massive shock. Kieran obviously is a father, but he was a brother, you know, he was a son and a great friend, and it just impacted so many people once that news came through. So he tried to be as positive as he could around the diagnosis, and he didn't want his family, particularly our children, Harry and Gabrielle, to remember the last months of his life with him very sad and in a very dark place. I was devastated when I heard about the diagnosis, because my mother died of cancer, my father died of cancer, and I knew, you know, that it wasn't going to be an easy experience, and whilst every experience is different, I just knew the sadness that lay ahead, so I just tried to live in the day and say, well, today's okay. But once we heard the hospice, neither of us had really been to hospice before, and I was a wee bit nervous because I thought, is this him? Is he just going in here to die? Is it going to be, what's it going to be like? But actually it ended up being a place that both of us felt very comfortable, as did the children, and if we hadn't been at the hospice, I think Kieran's last few months would have been terrible. The hospice was a sanctuary for our family. I loved that we could come and go. I loved that I could stay. I loved that the people were friendly. I loved that it was unjudgmental. I loved that when you come in, you could chat to them about anything. I felt that the people here just oozed kindness. We live in Divis Mountain. He would have walked the mountain, loved the mountain, and when he came in, he was very explicit about wanting to die at home. And he said to his consultant, Emma, get me home to that mountain to die. And Emma says, I'll do my very best, Kieran. And I think because they knew him, because they knew his love of the mountain, because they knew his love of nature and the dogs and whatever, they said, look, we're going to try and make that happen. And they did make it happen. He did get home and he did die on the mountain. And even though he was very ill, about 10 days before he died, he just looked at peace. And I was so relieved that he got home. I think for him, he just wanted to be in that place, and he was. I think we were very lucky, and had we not been here, I think we probably would have had so many preconceptions about what the hospice was like without having the opportunity to come here. And when I look at the funding and I look at probably all the challenges the hospice faces, I'm always thinking, please God, don't let anybody be in the position that we're in, because only then will you realise how vital it is to families. Without it, I think our experience could have been much more traumatic, and it could have probably had significantly more highs and lows.